Hello LEGO friends, Matt from Brooks here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at my revamped, refitted warehouse with a couple of new shops. Good stuff, stay tuned. Welcome back everybody, and in this video we're going to take a look at some nice new mock builds I did here recently over the course of a few live streams over on Twitch, Simulcast here on YouTube as well. This side is, if you couldn't figure out by the little 3D sign of a microwave, this is an appliance shop. This is a sport shop, not just winter type stuff as you might imply from the signage here, but includes things like camping and other type of equipment as well, like diving, swimming, etc. too. Using up a bunch of parts I had, I wanted to build a couple of new shops in this space I had vacated, which had been formerly my supermarket, which in the previous video I detailed how I converted Corner Garage into a new mashup mock, with the first floor being a new complete supermarket build that I did using the that grocery shop from 23. But anyway, I had the space available. I wanted to convert this stuff over to a couple of new shops. So, did some rebuilding of the entire infrastructure here. First of all, I changed it from a sand green to an olive green color here, as I had a lot more of those bricks to kind of make it more unified with the build. I did also do it up here in the second level. If you don't remember, this actually is kind of like my Humane Society pet rescue, cats and dogs up here. I didn't change anything with that inside, so I'm not really bother showing you that, except I did change some of the external to match the lower level, but our focus really is down here. So again, this side is an appliance store, stocked with all kinds of kitchen, laundry type things, other things, air conditioners, fans, things like that. We'll take a look inside of both. This is stocked full of minifig type supplies as well. So it is also lit up. I'll show you that toward the end of the video, but let me get this opened up and we'll have a look inside. Alright, I do have to keep this kind of sitting on the edge there, so you'll see me kind of holding on to it. My apologies for that. You can see there is lighting installed along the bottom of the second floor. Lighting up both sides here, but what we have is right here, again, an appliances shop. I've got some figures in here talking to people and looking at things. Some washers, some dryers of various sorts. Some things were suggested to me by my Twitch audience, which is kind of nice. Those are actually like water tank heaters. I didn't really know exactly what to do for those builds, but that's kind of what came to my mind. Let me turn my flash on, you can see a little better. Back corner, that's just some product stock, and I put a couple of stickers in there just for look and feel. Got a couple of like large standing oscillating fans. Some air conditioner type equipment. We've got some refrigerators. In the back corner, there's a figure taking a look at those. Right here, I've got some stoves, some dishwashers of various sorts. Taking a look at those as well. Down here, microwaves, mixers, coffee makers, some basic home equipment. This is just a bunch of other things that I put on some shelving along that wall to decorate it a bit and use that space. It's not meant to be any one thing in particular, but just to give it a look and feel, a mix of different product that you could buy for various reasons. Obviously, the main highlight is all the micro builds of all these different kinds of equipment. Some of these I had in an older shop I took out, rebuilt from this. But yeah, the owner, quirky enough, is actually the Steampunk CMF guy. I didn't know what to do with him, but it's not kind of fun making him the owner, and that's what I did. And then looking inside, you can see what it looks like at the door here. We open the door up. There's some good stuff here. I'm very, very happy with how this came out. Trying to maximize the space usage as best I could. Some extra products, some extra stuff on the shelves there above as well. Let's take a look at the sports shop. Alright, inside the sports shop, one of the first things you'll notice is that across most of the upper level here, you've got various boards, snowboards, things like that that are attached to the wall. I really wanted to maximize the usage of that otherwise empty space. So I have a bunch of these mounted on various brackets. just to give it a more packed and stacked kind of feel. In the back corner, you can see we got some maps and other things you can purchase. A little nod to my buddy Mapping the Miles on that. In this corner is skiing equipment, snow equipment. So you've got some skis, poles. There's some ice skates you can purchase. We've got some product over here on a couple of tables. So camping equipment, we got some kerosene or gas type containers. Got some lanterns, pots and pans. We got some roller skates over here, which the young lady's checking out. There is the owner talking to a customer who looks kind of lively, dressed up in a whole outfit here. Oh, he might be might be a daredevil. I'm not sure. But this wall right here is really the star of the show. I packed up this wall more than I expected, and I thought I would. I put a bunch of different things here. We've got sporting equipment, we've got camping equipment of various sorts, backpacks, ropes, pickaxes, axes, you know, baseball bats, all that good stuff there. We've got swimming and diving equipment with fins, life jackets, there's some tanks, there's a random walkie-talkie, there's some sleeping bags, and some other products. So, long story short, this thing is packed to the brim with all kinds of product, and I do have a little bit left over, but it just wouldn't fit in there. I wanted to maximize the space as best I could and get enough variety in there, and I'm honestly really happy with the end result. I think it looks pretty good. Let's have a look at this with the lights turned on. Alright, and we're back with the lights turned on. Both floors lit up so you can see inside real quick. There is the pet rescue, all kinds of cats and dogs in there, various people checking them out, looking to make adoptions. But down here, again, is the focus of this video. So we got the appliances shop. You can definitely see all the life in there. People mulling about, looking for things to pick up they might want to buy. Oh, I forgot to mention vacuum cleaners. Yeah, a couple of vacuum cleaners suggested by my friend Coaster Brooks. Thanks, Ems, for that. And we'll nod to one of our other friends in the community right there. That's Nodex Shack. You know, you know. A lot of good stuff there. Can't see as much on the side because only a couple windows here. A lot of that's all blocked off. Partially meant to be by the nature of the building story. But again, in here, lots of product, lots of action. I do have it kind of filled up with signs in the front, but that's okay. I want it to look that way. But there, you can really see the figures, the life. A lot of action, things going on, people checking out the product. There's the Daredevil guy talking to the owner, engaged in a conversation. And then a quick look from the side. Very bright, lots of stuff going on. And I added this little sticker, this little panel here, just for an added effect to use up that space. Again, there's the entrance to the pet rescue. Goes up to the second floor. But in a nutshell, there's a look at my refurbished warehouse build with an appliance shop, sports shop, lots of good stuff. Pet rescue up here. Very, very happy with it. For now, I hope you folks enjoyed that look at the couple of latest mock builds I did here. Really enjoyed putting these together over a few live streams on Twitch, especially when I did this section in particular. I like great suggestions from the audience as well, so I do appreciate that. As always, again, please give me a follow over on Twitch at BrooksBrooks. Great community over there, lots of fun times. I do simulcast over here on YouTube as well, so make sure you're subscribed here. Hit that like button, notification bell, comment or thought below, all that good stuff. As always, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Until the next video, bye for now.